and we are back with vlog number 12. We are here at the CRR HQ and we have an unbelievable week coming your way. We got new team members that are starting. We have multiple projects every single day, so we'll get to show a lot of what we are capable of at Calgary Roofing and Restoration. So sit back, buckle up, because it is going to be an exciting ride on this week's vlog.
Hey Calgary homeowners, Damien here, your second favorite roofer. Just driven back from just north of Cochrane, about 30 minutes north of Cochrane, to come back downtown, right near the river. Beautiful old neighborhood. An older couple here have got a leak in their garage, so we've gone and taken a look. It looks like there's a little bit of water damage inside next to the insulation, so we're now just going to take a look on the roof, see what we can find for them and help them out, and give them some feedback on it. So come along for the ride.
We had a leak here for the first time. It's right around here. In the spring somewhere.
I was a little bit worried about the blackness of the insulation. Yeah.
So we're just not sure.
Yeah, we're not sure.
You know, it's not in horrible shape, but it's
Not
30
good.
years old and
We don't really want any more leaks.
nothing serious, but
I
it
thought it was
was
here. I guess
it was
I thought
dripping
there.
for the
Yeah,
first time.
It was dripping and it was up there.
It's always hard to know when sometimes a leak can be over here, but
Yeah,
actually
and
the
transfer-
problem's
yeah,
over there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, when I get up there, it might show us, it might not, but
Okay.
we'll certainly go and I'll give you the assessment of what it looks like and whether it's worth. Because you also the decking on the other side, you don't know how much has come through. So the shingles have got a lifespan of about 20 years. Most of it's the sun damage, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wind obviously has an impact once. There's a fragility that happens over time, and most of it because the sun just dries up that kind of bitumen finished
No,
asphalt.
totally
So,
get it.
Yeah.
And the best case scenario is, it's in reasonable shape.
Yeah.
Can you re-insulate it and?
Well, someone can. We don't do insulation ourselves, but you may want to bring out an insulation company, get them to do it, and it might actually expose something from the underside, which is very obvious. And then I would, at this kind of level, particularly because we're a smaller company, I would go through a handyman because their call out will be a lot less than a roofing company.
Right.
But from an installation point of view, that is a completely different industry. So it's always a challenge when there is a reported leak. Now we're on a garage or garage here, so it doesn't actually matter, but it's obviously it's a smaller building, so we should be able to sort of kind of be a little bit more specific with where that leak is. We know where it's coming out from underneath, and it's in this proximity. So we can certainly start to look if there's anything obvious, whether it's exposed nails, which is quite common. Maybe the wind has lifted a shingle, popping up a nail, and therefore water's got in. There's also just vulnerable parts of a roof, just because obviously it's reliant on the physics of the slope. So you have a 8-12 pitch going on here, which is particularly steep, helping water run through. And who knows, because obviously this is east facing, that in the winter time, a lot of sort of snow and ice build up, takes some time to melt because sun's going off in that direction, and it just sits here. And before you know it, when shingles start to age, they start to shrink a little bit. Perhaps it's got through in that way, or it could be something mechanical, more direct or indirect in the sense of like a tree blowing down and puncturing something. So we'll do our best to try and take a look and just see in the area that we've been advised, see what potential issues there could be. But sometimes it is a little bit like needle in a haystack trying to find out where this leak is. It's 99% good up here. You know, the life of the shingle, and you feel the grit like a sandpaper side of it. It's doing its job. It's still got some water shedding life in it. From the spot that you told me where the leak is mostly, I'm kind of looking for where's there an exposed nail, or where perhaps from shrinkage or something where a shingle's been moved. And there's nothing obvious apart from your change of physics, which is obviously going to have some element. So you go from what we call an 8-12 pitch, which is really quite sheer, to then something that flattens out quite a bit. So given that the sun's going that way, maybe just because as it's aging a little bit, but it's still got life in it, don't get me wrong, that the snow and the ice that kind of sits here and then takes longer to melt is just finding a way to seep through somewhere. The only other thing I can think of, because you do have, although it's open, you still have an attic of some kind, And it's interesting to see where that insulation is sitting. I wonder if it's sitting right up to the roof or not, whether there's a bit of a cavity gap. I don't know what your neighbor's done, but obviously they've got 3 box vents, exhaust vents on there, and I don't know, we'll check out the soffitting and things like that. So maybe it's got its own little humidity and condensation that's building. There is life left in this shingle, so I don't think you need a full roof replacement. So maybe it's better to start it from the inside out, go with an insulation company, get the old stuff out, and then see if there's something obvious on the other side. Maybe the decking, if there's a cavity space, then you'll want some kind of venting just to help that airflow a little bit. Even though the garage gets open quite a bit, it's still any pockets of space with our temperature changes. Yeah, I mean, main houses, obviously, they're concerned with attic rain in bigger attics. So it can build up a humidity that's can create its own kind of, dare I call it, like the condensation style precipitation.
I really appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. Pleases me just to tell you that you've got a roof that's got some more years in it, and then I'll leave you my business card, and then if in X amount of years' time you want to do both roofs at the same time, we could of course come out, and
Fabulous.
we'd love to help you.
How do you feel about the pitch of that roof?
Yeah, well, I won't be getting on it. I'll be using the modern technology of a drone. But yeah, I look all brave on a garage, but not when I'm. As you could see, it's one of those kind of call-outs where difficult to kind of tell where the leak was coming from. The age of the roof was clearly in that kind of 10 to sort of 14 years of age. It's still got some life in it, so we're just here to advise more than anything else. So yeah, I think they're very grateful that we didn't try to make something up, as we would never do that, and just to say that, look, this is the years of life left that we think, and to give us a shout in a few more years' time when we can do both their roof and their garage. But for now, it might be a job to check that leak from the inside. So I think she's going to sort of bring out a handyman, look at the insulation, see when that comes out, see if there's something a bit more obvious. Maybe it's just something to do with the slope, maybe it's something to do with the interior. So yeah, it was nice to help out and give them a peace of mind.
Hey guys, Sydney with Calgary Roofing and Restoration here. Just wanted to give you a little overview of the booking process and how I run you through when you call in or submit a Facebook lead. So first, when you guys call in, I create you as a contact. And so from there, we kind of get your basic information, an email, phone number, name, etc. And then we move into the booking process. So with that, I like to hear a little bit about the situation you have going on. So whether that's leaking, just some old shingles that need replacement, whatever that may be. And then from there, I book you in and we get you scheduled to meet with our inspector, Damien.
Phil speaking.
Hey there, Phil. This is Sydney with Calgary Roofing and Restoration.
Hey, Sydney. How are you?
Good. I just saw your email to Damien from yesterday saying that you want to go ahead and move forward with us. So we're excited about that.
You bet, yeah.
Yeah, so I was seeing here you're looking at just doing your house, hey? Not the garage one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I might do the garage next year or the year after.
Okay, awesome. And then as for the question about the warranty, the quote that you, like that first quote that you just signed, that will include that. So there's no need to send like a second quote on our end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. And then in terms of booking, I'm looking at a date, June 11th. That's a Thursday.
Yeah, that should work.
That would work? Okay, awesome. So with that, the bin would come the day before.
Okay.
And then do you have any specifications with where you'd like that placed?
No. I know that my side of the street in the front is permitted parking, so I don't know if that matters, or if Damien had a preference of if it should be put in the alley or in the front.
Okay, I will reconnect with him and kind of see what he thinks best. But if you kind of have no like specific requests, I'll kind of just talk with him and figure that out if that works.
Okay.
And then so in terms of the material you've chosen within color, you should be able to select those once you sign that quote.
Okay, so once I sign the quote,
It should populate to us, yeah. But I can also take that now if you have that on you, what you've decided with.
I don't have it. No.
Okay.
So I'll, once I sign it, if it doesn't ask, I can just send you an email with the color.
Yeah.
Is there anything I need to do ahead of time?
No, not really.
Arrive?
The shingles and the bin are just like the only things that will come that day before, and we don't really have an exact time that they come since we work with another company. So just making sure that your cars are moved. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and let me know if it's going on the front street, then I don't need to worry about anything. But if it's in the alley, I might move my vehicle out of the garage.
Okay, awesome. Okay, will do. I will send that to you once I reconnect with Damien.
Okay. So yeah,
Awesome.
I'll look at the quote and how to sign it.
Yeah, it should just
When I
be
get
when
home.
you open it through that email link, it kind of should just give
Okay.
you that opportunity, and then it populates directly back to us.
Okay, cool.
Amazing. Okay, we're excited to get started with you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Sydney.
No worries. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. I'm improving.
All right, guys, exciting day at Calgary Roofing and Restoration. We actually have our welcome package from IKO. So we hit status with them after our sales for last year. So excited to see what is in our box. Let's see what we have here. Lovely. Always love the IKO gear. We have our Roof Pro roofing contractors from IKO, lots of stickers there. Let's see, what else do we have here? One of the best parts, a little note from IKO, as well as a placard with Calgary Roofing and Restoration, and then we are IKO Select this year. Really, really cool to get that up on the wall. And then what else do we have? All of our warranty stuff. So now one of the big perks is we're able to offer the Ironclad warranty, which is a 20-year warranty that you have to be either Craftsman, Premier, or Select with IKO to be able to offer that to customers. So now that we are a Select contractor with IKO, we'll be able to offer customers a longer warranty. So obviously, very excited to be Select, very excited to be able to offer our customer a better warranty, and overall just be able to do a better job for people that select Calgary Roofing and Restoration. So really cool little accolades from IKO today.
Morning, Calgary homeowners. It's Damien, your second favorite roofer, as we like to label me now these days. I'm here early doors in the northwest of Calgary. We're heading down to the southwest after this, and then down into Okotoks later on today. So our first appointment here, as you can see in the background, a slightly flatter roof. We're looking at a 312 pitch in roofing language. So obviously it's got some challenges as far as water shedding. He knows he needs a roof replacement. So we're going to go up there and just sort of check on the condition of it and just make sure that's the right decision. He also would like some of the sort of fixtures sort of closed over. There's some chimney furnace not being used and some open pipes that we're going to close off for him. And then also some guttering. So add a few more downspouts, looking to try and take some water away from the house where it's actually building up in some of the eaves, just because of just how flat it is and how it's building up in that scenario. Replace a number of eaves troughs, replace a number of downspouts, add a few in certain places. So that's our morning task. Come along for the ride. We're up on the customer's roof. This is a 17-year-old roof, so in my experience, this is probably the proactive time to be looking and thinking about a roof replacement. As you've probably heard me as a broken record on most of these vlogs, it's roughly about 20 years. Somewhere between 15 and 20 should really be keeping an eye on the west and southwest facing slopes. They're the ones that are getting the most sun damage. And the customer already said that he'd been up here and he's had to do a few replacements, as you can see down there, with some caulking spots, just where some of the shingles are blown off in the wind. he managed to get a few more on there and just put some of the roofing tar and adhesive on there just to look after things for a short period of time. With a roof with a lower slope, this is a 312 pitch, so as you can see it's very easy for us to walk on. We would ice and water membrane most of this because, again, you've got beautiful trees here, and I appreciate in the winters they may not have the same foliage, but there's a lot of cover. And with a sort of a lower slope in that way, ice and snow can build up and just stay there, and it doesn't melt for very, very quickly or very easily. So then when it does, it kind of holds itself. It can kind of get into cracks. As roofs age, obviously they shrink. They provide little holes for water to get into. And then of course over time, they're more vulnerable to the wind. You can see some of these that have just lifted up slightly. And this is how sort of nails can be popped through wind, particularly the ridges and the rakes are very vulnerable. You can see a few nails that have just exposed themselves. This one's more workmanship than it is perhaps anything else, but a rusted nail like this just weakens the shingle and water can get into it. 17 years is a very proactive approach. You can see the fiberglass that's just being exposed here. This is a sign of just shrinking, sun damage, and then over time that lends to the vulnerability of a shingle, and before you know it, water is able to seep in, particularly on these kind of slopes that are lower slopes, so they're not so sheer, and therefore water just holds for a lot longer. So like any other inspection, it's not just about the asphalt shingles that we're checking on. There are other things, other items that either a customer would like or we prefer to check. First one obviously is venting. So this is a vaulted front section and has a small attic at the back. We need to look at, because of the square footage, a little bit more ventilation for this house. As you can see, there are 3 of these box vents. We had replaced those, but at this point in time, we're probably going to look at an intake, adding to the soffit, just because the vault section isn't doing anything. Some intake vents, and then increase the exhaust vents he has. He also asked, we've got a number of open pipes that you can see that he's closed off. We're going to remove those, insert some decking and metal flashing squares that will go and marry up with the decking, and then we will shingle over the top of that. And then of course you can see the other types of vents that this house has, often bathroom or dryer style vents that might come out of the roof, and they've got these gooseneck kind of finishes. They would be fully replaced. So we've got 3 of those, and then outside of the 2 that the customer had already closed off that he would like us to sort of close off forever, we've got these other 2 open 4-inch pipes here. And their job is just to let gases out of the house in all the plumbing and everything else that's working on inside the house. The other part here is we have a furnace chimney that's not being used, so would like that taken out, and we will obviously replace any of the decking hole there, and then underlayment and shingle on top of that. Okay, thanks for joining us today. Key features from this particular appointment, obviously with a lower slope, we're going to ice and water membrane the whole of the slope, just because snow and ice when it melts, it's going to melt more slowly. Any rain that's coming off the water shedding, obviously on a lower slope, is just slower. So we're just going to help preserve that life a little bit with some ice and water membrane all the way through, not just your typical 36 inches or around the valley areas. Obviously this customer also wanted some pipes sort of closed off, shingled over. So some different things, which was great. Thanks for joining us.
New day, new project, Calgary Roofing and Restoration. And as you guys know, we love the shake to asphalt. Replace the shake with the asphalt shingles. We have another one here, a big home that's going absolutely spectacular. Guys are working hard. Shakes, again, guys, is a very messy material to get off whenever you're picking them. You know, shakes are breaking, going everywhere. It's very dusty, but you know, guys do a great job. We keep a very, very clean job site for our customers. But wanted to bring you along. Finn, we'll get the drone up this time and get some aerials of the house and what we got going. But come along, and then we'll be on to one more today. We got another crew that's working, so we'll bring you along and kind of show you what's going on there. That's a rock. Being colorblind's hard. Is it a rock or a shingle? Who knows? On to the next job site now in Calgary with our second crew that's working hard. Things are going great here again because we do have the best crews in all of Calgary. This house was way past needing a roof replacement. Water was getting in, decking was exposed. So we are happy to get everything done, from making sure all the decking is good, having that drip edge, having the ice and water over that, the synthetic, giving this customer a complete new roof, which is what they needed and what will last them a very long time. So excited to show you a little bit of what's going on here at the next job site in Calgary. It's bad. Yikes.
So, do you ever do stuff like that, or counter flashing, or wall flashing? So
Yes and no.
with the stucco, ideally, you'd grind into it.
Yeah.
And then you'd have a fold.
Yeah.
You know, at a 90, tuck it
Yeah.
in.
I'll just talk to him
Bring it to his
and just
attention,
say what
and
he
if he wants to spend,
what do you
know,
want to do on it. So we're on the second job site of today, and this house was way past due on getting a new roof. There's water coming in, a bunch of issues, and I think my point for this little section of the vlog is don't let your roof get to this point. Don't let your roof get to the point where your shingles literally are just flaking off. You can't let it go this long without getting a new roof put on. This is probably 10 to 15 years past the point of needing a new roof. All the granulars are gone off of this. It is literally down to the fiberglass mat. All the fiberglass is actually bending up. There was decking exposed. So it's never fun to have to, invest into a new roof, but you can't let it get to this point before doing it.
Yeah.
No go. I'll be back in the office in a little bit.
Okay, sweet.
Do you have any video that you'd like to, or anything you'd like to say to Finn? Because he's standing right here.
Oh, hi, Finn.
What's up? He thinks you don't like him because you never want to film anything.
I thought he was with Damien.
He was. Finn's a world traveler. This dude moves around the city.
Mr. Worldwide.
Nice.
Mr. Worldwide. Here, I'm putting you on. Tell the people something good about Calgary Roofing and Restoration.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good news. Calgary Roofing and
What
Restoration.
this isn't like a news report.
Oh, well,
Just say something
I don't know
nice.
what I'm supposed to say. Hey, guys, I appreciate getting your calls in the office. It keeps my day nice and busy talking with you guys, so keep them coming.
And then tell the people, we're fully booked out next week. How many appointments we got left? Get your appointment. Get your slot now.
Okay, yeah. We're almost fully booked out next week, guys, so call in. We've got about 5 appointments left next week, June 1st to 7th, so call in, get you scheduled.
There we go.
Thanks,
By the
guys.
time this airs, all of them are going to be taken up, but
Yeah.
we appreciate your services. That's it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
I need a picture, actually. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I do. Thanks, man.
And vlog number 12 is in the books. Make sure and like and subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment below. We want to hear from you guys. You've seen sales with Damien. You've gotten Sid on the phone showing what she does so well. We've seen job sites. We've seen it all this week, guys. So thanks for stopping by, and we look forward to seeing you on vlog number 13 next week. Be on the lookout.